In this bulletin, plans to celebrate the first copier image made 75 years ago. The market in India slumps despite huge OEM investment. And HP says it's seriously getting into 3D printing.
From across the planet, Recycling Times keeps you in touch with the latest computer printing news.
Hello, I'm David Gibbons and here is the news. Chester Carlson invented copying onto dry paper 75 years ago. He called the process electrophotography back then in 1938. According to Xerox, the invention led to the founding of the Xerox Corporation. Carlson's process was renamed xerography, which means dry writing. Now, Xerox is planning a series of activities to celebrate innovation in the company's history and its future. Xerox CEO Ursula Burns says such an anniversary is a time to look back, but to also focus on the future. The theme of the anniversary year is the next 75. Despite the huge investment by printer manufacturers in the Indian market, analysts are saying the number of printers being sold there has declined. According to Gartner, the number of inkjet and toner printers sold decreased by 4.7% in the second quarter of 2013. Spending by consumers has slumped 13% when compared with the same period last year. Gartner says their research reveals monochrome has declined 1.5% and colour has remained flat. HP continues to dominate the market with a 51.6% share, followed by Canon on 23.7%. Epson is number 3 at 8.7%. According to HP CEO Meg Whitman, the company will enter the 3D printer market in 2014. Whitman told the Canalys Channels Forum in Bangkok, HP is excited about 3D printing. She wants to lead this business and HP labs are working on it right now. She admitted 3D is in its infancy and needs to become faster and cheaper. Whitman believes 3D printing will take about 3 years before it becomes immensely popular. And in brief, HP is stepping up its war against counterfeiters in Africa. HP is asking customers to use their smartphones to check the holographic label as well as a quick response code on the packaging of its original cartridges. Also in Africa comes news. Ricoh is setting plans in place to grow its business on the continent. They will use their existing base in South Africa to extend their distribution into other African countries. Samsung has received an eCycling Leadership Award in Los Angeles, a new initiative of the Consumer Electronics Association. Samsung collected and recycled more than 92.5 million pounds of e-waste in 2012 and more than 300 million pounds of e-waste since 2008. According to the register.co.uk, HP is about to cut 7,095 jobs in Europe. The cuts are part of CEO Meg Whitman's decision to drop 27,000 employees globally this year to free up more dollars for research and development. Brother is raising the bar in the battle for supremacy between inkjet and laser in the office. Their HLS7000DN inkjet workgroup printer can print up to 100 pages per minute in black at a cost of less than 1 cent per page. One of the largest remanufacturers in Australia, Toner Express, has merged with the large stationery distributing company Penfold by Office Choice. Toner Express turns over $13 million in cartridge supplies every year. The new company, United Office Choice, will become the second largest stationery supplier in Australia. The tiny island nation of Vanuatu in the South Pacific has started to collect empty printer cartridges for recycling. Drop boxes are being placed in supermarkets and a container load will be shipped to New Zealand for recycling probably once a year. Supplies giant Future Graphics have just released upgraded microchips for many HP printer cartridges. This comes in response to HP's presentation last month that remanufacturers must comply with coding that accurately informs users with correct messaging. And you can read more about HP's white paper presentation in Zhuhai in this month's Recycling Times magazine, with HP's Elizabeth Porter and Matthew Barclay on the front cover. Well, those were the biggest news stories in print consumables this week. Thanks for watching. See you again next week. I'm David Gibbons.